Hello, guys. Good morning and welcome to this edition of Football Forecast Show, in which we'll try to analyze the match between Manchester United and Newcastle that is supposed to take place today at 3 p.m. Manchester United have not been doing badly of late, but Newcastle also have been having mixed results when it comes to their games. The last game they had a 2-2 draw against Chelsea, and then they won they won their game before that, and then they also lost to Sunderland. But Manchester United are coming out of a game where they actually dominated, or they played very well against Aston Villa, but were just not lucky to go home with the spoils of the day. So with Manchester United, we have injuries, recurring injuries to Delete, Maguire, and Bruno. And we also have some key players that have gone over to the Nations Cup. That is Mbeumo, Ahmad, and Nas Mazraoui. These three players are going to be out. So the core of the team are presently out and unavailable for the match against Newcastle. That being said, it brings us to the issues that Amorim will have when it comes to which formation to go with. If Amorim were to stick with his formation, the 3-4-3 formation, he will have to begin at the defense, most probably with Heaven in the middle, Luke Shaw, and Euro. And in the middle field, I think he will have to do with Doku, Martinez, Casemiro, and Delute. Up front, we'll have Mason Mount, Kuna, and Sesko. So those are the players that I presume will be able to begin the game against Newcastle. But if you look at the performance of late, or the performance of Martinez when he came in the last week and deputized in the middle of the pitch, you also make a case for him to come in and play in that position. He's good on the ball, technically gifted. He doesn't give away the ball often when he's in control. So he'll be a good addition. Or if Amorim were to go with him in the middle of the field, he's going to help the club, or he's going to help us in more ways than one. At the back of late, Heaven have been spectacular. You can see maturity from the young lad. He've come a long way, and his performance is so silky. He reminds me a lot of players like Baresi, Blanc, and Rio Ferdinand. So this kid is going to go places with the team, and he has shown us that he is capable of leading the team in that department. But the return of Martinez also means we also have to get the place of Martinez. And Luke Shaw have not been playing badly this season. They have been devoid of injuries, which to my mind is a serious surprise. But if you listen to Amorim in his last press conference, he stated precisely that the core of players that he has right now might not fit his system. And if that doesn't fit his system, he also stated precisely that he'll be willing to change his formation to adapt to the kind of players that he have. That only makes him a good manager. A manager who sticks to a system of play and it's not working, and he continues to stick to that system of play, it's making a mockery of himself, and that is how most managers get themselves to be fired over time. But I think for him to adapt to a new system of play based on the talents that he have or the players at his disposal, it speaks a lot. It speaks volume of this guy. I think this guy will be able to bring us the glory days, Manchester United of old. But we have to give him time. We have to give him time. The transfer market is here. The transfer market will be here next week. With players gone for more than 6 weeks, I don't know whether Amorim will get into the market immediately to get us a midfielder. If you watch Baleba play against the other day against Gabon for Cameroon, he was a beast. He was a beast. He was a beast in the middle of the field. He reminded us of who Baleba, or the Baleba that Manchester United have been rushing after since last transfer window. If he comes back with that kind of energy, and we are lucky to retain him and get him in our midfield, our chances to be in top four will be a lot. We'll have a positive possibility to make it in top four. But if it's the same Baleba who used to play for Aston Villa, or who have deputized for Aston Villa this season, for Brighton this season, I think he left a lot of doubts in the minds of most Manchester United supporters who were eager to see him come over. But his performance against Gabon at the Nations Cup reminded us of the guy that he can be if he's in good spirit. So let us hope that Manchester United go after him. If we can also get Anderson, Ward Anderson from from Nottingham Forest or Wharton from Crystal Palace. Those will be very, very good additions in the middle of the field. For players that are willing to leave, I know a lot of people say Kobe Minor should leave, but I don't think that kid should leave. He's just 20 years old. He should endure. Should endure. The future belongs to him. Just like Amorim said, he's the future. And when you're the future, your opportunities will come. But again, football also has an aspect, an invisible aspect of luck that we don't talk about it a lot, but it plays a lot in football. Just imagine for a whole season, he have not been able to start. Kobe have not been able to start any game. And a single game or a single stretch of games that he could have had opportunities to start in the absence of Bruno being injured, now he himself is injured. So how do you explain that? That doesn't go down to Amorim. Ogate played last week, but we were all 100% positive that Kobe was going to play, but Kobe did not play. Hopefully he gets to play this week, but I think he's still injured. He's not going to play. He's not going to play this week. So there's still a possibility for Ogate to man the midfield with Casemiro, Dogo to the left, Dalu to the right, and then up front we'll have Mason Mount, Kuna, and Sesko. These are the players that are picked to be able to get us victory today. And we have some good academy players that will be on the bench. They came on last week with limited time. That was not enough time for us to see what they are able to offer. But I think we have a squad capable of defeating Newcastle. But that does not mean that Newcastle, they're coming to us with a depleted squad. No, they're very, very strong. They have been on a stretch of a couple of good games, and of late, last year, they've had our number a couple of times. So it's important for us to come with our A game to this game, even though we have players that are not our A-listed players. The absence of the leader Maguire in the middle of that defense and the and the leadership that Bruno brings to the field, to the team, it's going to be sorely missed. It's going to be sorely missed. But then, it is football. It is what it is. When it comes to transfer windows, if we can get Semenyo from Bournemouth, even though I hear, my understanding is that Manchester City have also gotten into the race. I think it will be a mistake for him to go to Manchester City. If he goes to Manchester City when they have Cherokee, they have Mahmoud, they have Diego Foden and Duku, he's only going to make life a lot difficult for himself. He's not going to be 100% starter, or he's not going to be a 90-minute player on that squad. Manchester City, they are fully loaded. If he were to come to Manchester United, he instantly gets on the pitch and be able to show us what he have. And then if you have a team that you have, if you have a Manchester United team with Semenyo, Ahmad, Bruno, Kuna running towards you as defenders, trust me, Manchester United will be in the top 3. I'm not talking about top 4. We'll be in the top 3 for this campaign. Don't forget, we're just 3 points away from the 4th position, which means it's not going to take a lot to get to that level. The little consistency for any team in this league, any team that will be able to go through a stretch of 3 games undefeated will find themselves in the top 4. So it's a good season. The competition level is high and it's tough, and hopefully we'll make it. That is where that is our ambition for this season. Manchester United have to be in the top 4 for this season, and I'm sure that they are capable of making it to that level. With regards to the goalkeeper, we have Lemans in the goal. We've gone the whole season with 1 clean sheet. I don't understand. That again goes to say that Onana was the least of our problem. Our problem have always been the team, which is the midfield and the defense. If we have a new goalkeeper for the whole season, he have only had 1 clean sheet, then we cannot speak a lot about goalkeepers or their mistakes or their errors. All our problems stems from the middle of the pack down to the defense. Our attack line, they have been doing a lot of good work. You watch our previous games, we have a lot of shots on target. Last week, I think the first half of the game, we had 35 shots on target in the first half. But we're not converting those shots on target to goals. Eventually, those conversions will take place. And when those conversions take place, the result will change. So it's just a matter of time. With regards to whether Amorim is the right person for the job or not, I'm 100% behind Amorim. I think he's the guy that will take us places. He's willing to adapt, to change his tactics just so he can get the results that will be able to keep the team afloat until the time when he have the players that will be able to meet the system that he wants to play. And let us be real. It's not easy to have players that will effectively fit in that model of play, the 3-4-3 system, without breaking the bank. But hopefully we break the bank and be able to build a solid team for this guy to be able to give us the results that we want. We did it with the attack line. I think last year, the last transfer window, the signing of Kuna, Sesko, and Buemo, that was a massive step towards rebuilding a project, a successful project that will give us the victory or the results that we need in the future. Now we have to build a midfield. You see, you build this one step at a time. The attack is good right now. We'll go down to the middle of the field. We have someone like Anderson, Baleba, Gallagher in the middle of that pack. And then we have Kobe Minor, who is still part of the future, and the current team and part of the future. And then I think we're going to be able to go places. We have Maguire, Delita at the back, and Martinez. We really don't have a problem if all our players are healthy. But again, the business of football, you can never say that you're going to have all healthy players, and that is always the problem that we've had at Manchester United. But hopefully, we are 3 points away from top 4. We'll be able to make it in top 4, and once we get there, and be able to come up with some consistency. If we were to get 3 points today, get 3 points on the 30th against Wolves, that will move us into the top 4, and I think we'll be there permanently for a long time to come. But we need we need luck and string of 2, 3, or 4 matches without defeat, which is a difficult thing to come by in this league, as we've seen with other clubs. Not only Manchester United, it's difficult for everybody. We've been unfortunate with the Nations Cup, taking a lot of our players and a long list of injuries. But the fact that we do not have competition to play in Europe means we should not be complaining. We have enough players to be able to live up to the task. And then we have good academy players. I've not heard anything about the striker Obi all season, and that doesn't speak well for the kind of youth structure that we have. I thought this was going to be a season where they'll give him more opportunities, especially the fact that Sesko and Zexi have not been delivering. That kid deserves an opportunity to show us exactly what he can bring to the table. But again, I trust in Amorim. He's someone that has been able to bring a lot of kids through the ranks to be able to play at higher level. So the future is bright, and we have a good leader, and hopefully we get a victory today. Manchester United, if I were to give my opinion with regards to what the scores will be, I cannot tell you exactly the scores. It's not allowed on this network, but I can tell you that Manchester United will get a victory today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you during the live game. We'll watch the game live. The game will go live on our YouTube channel and on our TikTok channel. You're free to join us at 3 p.m. so we continue to watch the game, and thereafter we'll have analysis of the results or analysis of the game in preparation for the next game that comes up on the 30th. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. And again, Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year in advance. Thank you. Joseph Dinga reporting for the Football Focus show. Thanks for watching. Bye.